What's going on, everybody? It's Game Unboxing Reviews here, and welcome back to another LEGO Dimensions news update. Now, in this video, I'm of course going to be doing a trailer analysis of the recent trailer that was released for LEGO Dimensions, and man, that got me so excited. I mean, as you know, I absolutely love all the Back to the Future content that is being added to this game, and to see even more content coming, that just got me so excited. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so first off, of course, we get our first look at the Doc Brown minifigure, and he just looks awesome. I absolutely love every single thing about this design. It's just so cool, and just to have Christopher Lloyd come in and do the voice of the character is just awesome. I mean, I cannot complain about that. That is just so cool. And also, what he's holding there, at first glance, that looks like a walkie-talkie, you know, that type of thing. But actually, I think it's a button, because if you look at the actual box for this minifigure, which I'll be talking about in another video, but if you look at that, it looks like he's pushing a button, so maybe that's going to be some sort of ability that he has in game. Who knows, really. Now, the other thing I noticed is the pad. Now, we've seen the pad, you know, several times now with a bunch of other figures, but this is the first time I've noticed that it actually says the name of the character, Doc Brown, on the pad. So that's pretty cool, because, you know, if people buy a bunch of these figures, then you don't really want to lose them all. So you know, if you, like, say, lost a pad, at least you'd be able to say, okay, this one is for Batman, this one is for Doc Brown, this one's for Marty McFly, and etc. And that makes more sense because it allows you to, you know, not to lose them because they're labeled. But of course, that also changes. You know, you could put Batman on the Doc Brown pad if you wanted to. I mean, it wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't give you, like, Doc Brown's abilities as Batman or anything like that. But, you know, the fact that you can take these figures off the pads and just have them as Lego figures is really cool, because it allows you to play the game, and it also allows kids in that, you know, to play with them in real life with their Lego sets, which is really going to add tons and tons of fun to both the game and the actual figures. Next up looks to be a recreation of a scene from Back to the Future 3, where we see, you know, a bunch of cowboys and everything creating the clock tower, you know, the famous clock tower from Back to the Future in Hill Valley, which is really cool. I like how you see this in Lego form. Obviously, this game isn't entirely Back to the Future, but it's nice to see that they're putting elements from the other films in it. And hopefully, if this game does well, which it will, like I've said many times before, hopefully they'll actually be able to make a full-on Back to the Future Lego game one day, because I would absolutely love that. It would be so cool. But for now, I'm more than happy with what we're getting, because this is all just awesome. Alright, so next up, I think this really describes the whole break the rules thing for this game. I mean, just look at this. We can see Metalbeard's ship, aka the sea cow from the Lego movie, the Statue of Liberty, and even a Sphinx. All of this, as well, is in Hill Valley in the Western times. I mean, it's just crazy. It just shows you how far this game is going to build these crazy combinations and everything, and I love it. And this is just in a cutscene from the look of it, because, of course, you know, we see Marty and Doc Brown down there as well. But I think the cool thing is, it's not just about cutscenes. You can do this in gameplay as well. Like I say, you know, tons of times now, you could put Batman in the DeLorean and drive around the yellow brick road if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. The combinations you'll be able to come up with are awesome, and the more, you know, themes and that they come up with and release for this game, the more combinations you'll be able to make, which is just amazing. Next up, of course, here we can see Doc Brown in actual gameplay. Yes, the rest of the trailer, you know, most of it shows a lot of really cool stuff from Doc Brown, so I definitely wanted to cover a lot of that. And in this part in particular, we can see that Doc Brown is being chased by some of Master Chen's henchmen. Now, if you don't know who Master Chen is, he's a character from Lego Ninjago, and these are, of course, his henchmen. And at the same time, while he's trying to get away from them, he's also driving around in the traveling time train. That is actually the name of this vehicle in the game. If you look at the actual pack details, you can see that you know, Doc Brown actually comes with this vehicle. I just love it. You know, we've now got Doc Brown, we've got the hoverboard, the DeLorean, Marty McFly, and a Back to the Future you know, level, as well as this train, of course. A level and all of this. I mean, I'm so excited. I'm going to be using so much Back to the Future stuff when I play this game, and I just can't wait to play the mission with the respected characters. Don't get me wrong, I will definitely mix and match stuff, but for the first time I play it, I want to play with them with the respected characters, because of course it'll just make it that much more authentic. I can't wait to play this. It's just going to be so much fun. Now this part of the trailer is very interesting. So first off, here we can see Doc Brown with a ticking alarm clock. Now I'm not sure what this means. I mean, if I had to guess, I would say that it will probably be some sort of idle animation, you know, where you just sit still for a while and he'll do something. But it could be, you know, one of his attacks or something that we don't know about. It's hard to tell because, you know, you just see him juggling it around, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Anyway, the even cooler thing about this part of the trailer is if you pause it really quickly at the right moment, you'll actually see Griffin Turner, the elemental master of speed from LEGO Ninjago. Now the thing is, there's been a bunch of characters that were confirmed from LEGO Ninjago, but this character hasn't, so is this a tease? I really hope so, because he's such a cool character. I mean, he's basically a speedster with karate. I mean, why wouldn't you want to play as him? That's just awesome. So fingers crossed that, you know, Griffin Turner becomes available eventually, because I would definitely pick him up. He just looks so cool. Now in this part of the trailer we see yet another one of Master Chen's henchmen, but this time they're actually being struck by lightning. Now I think this is really cool because it's most likely a reference to the lightning strike from Back to the Future, and judging by the reaction that Doc Brown makes after this guy gets, you know, completely electrocuted, I'm pretty sure that'll be one of his combat moves, which I just love because, you know, it just shows that the people making this game love Back to the Future, and are putting like elements from those films. It's just really great to see. Now I know that a lot of Lord of the Rings fans are going to be really happy to see this character. Yes, this is in fact Sauron. Now Sauron will probably be in the main story, judging by this part of the trailer. It looks to be a cutscene. But no word on if this character will be purchasable eventually, you know, if you'll actually be able to play as him. However, here's the thing. When this game was revealed, we didn't really see many villain announcements, but now they're starting to say that characters like Joker, Harley Quinn, and Bane are playable. So don't completely rule out Sauron, because he could be revealed at E3, the end of the year, or maybe even 2016. It's hard to tell, but I definitely wouldn't rule out this character forever. Now here we can see Master Chen himself. I mean, no word on if this character will also be playable as well, you know, like I said with Sauron. Don't completely rule it out, but I would definitely say that he's most likely a character that you'll fight in the game, which would be cool. And you know, the thing is about this is, you know, if they release these characters, it'd be cool to play as Master Chen fighting Master Chen, or Master Chen fighting Sauron, you know, these kind of combinations. Whether they be cool or silly, it doesn't matter. They're all up to you. So I think adding more villains is definitely something they should think about. And, you know, they might have already thought about it. These characters might be in the game already and purchasable at a later date, but we just don't know about it yet. We will just have to wait and see. Now here we can actually see Sensei Wu from LEGO Ninjago, and the cool thing is about this character is he will in fact be a purchasable and of course playable character in LEGO Dimensions, which is really cool because, you know, adding more and more LEGO Ninjago content is great. And I think, like I said, you know, with the Back to the Future content, it would be really nice if one day we do get a full-on LEGO Ninjago game, because there's so much going for that series, you know, and the games are a lot of fun. Like I'm playing at the moment LEGO Ninjago Shadow of Ronin, and it's really fun. It is a really fun game, and just to have a whole console version would be great. But like I said, you know, for now this is more than enough, because they're really adding a bunch of Ninjago content, which I think a lot of people are going to be really excited about. Now here we see Superman flying past and waving. The cool thing is about this character is he will also be playable. Yes, Superman is coming to LEGO Dimensions as well, which is really cool. Personally, I really hope he has his ability that he had from LEGO Batman 3, where he could transform into Clark Kent at any time. I just love how they added that feature, because it's just so cool. And just to be able to use it again in, you know, like city environments and things, and all these different environments that we'll be able to explore, that would be really cool. Next up, we can actually see Bane, and Bane is also going to be a character that you'll be able to purchase and play as in this game. This is a huge shock. I wasn't expecting Bane to be in the game. Now, of course, if you've played LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, you'll know there's a very cool ability that Bane has in the game, but more on that later. Now here we can of course see Aquaman, and Aquaman will also be a playable character in LEGO Dimensions, which is really cool because they're just adding so much great DC Comics content. You know, at first we had Batman, Wonder Woman and Cyborg, and now we're getting characters like Aquaman and Superman. They're getting much more into the Justice League, and it's just really cool to see. Plus, I think what will be a great idea, you know, I would love to see the Flash, Green Arrow, and maybe Reverse Flash. But also what they could do is maybe they could try and find a way for next year to add like Jason Momoa's Aquaman or Ben Affleck's Batman. If they could do that, that would be so cool. Next up, we can see Two-Face doing his classic flipping the coin. Now, I know he was spotted in the very first trailer for LEGO Dimensions, but here, of course, we get a really nice look at the character. Again, no word on if he will be playable just yet, but I know I keep saying that, but it's really important that I make it perfectly clear because, of course, I don't want someone to get their hopes up only to find out that this character will be playable. I'm not really sure how exciting of a character Two-Face would be. I mean, he is actually one of my favourite Batman villains, so that's saying something. But I just think in a LEGO game, all he really does is shoot a gun. So, you know, if they added them, that's still cool. But it's hard to say what he'd actually be able to do, you know, how he'd be able to contribute to the game. But of course, this is TT Games we're talking about, and they always find a way. Always. Here we can see another look at another playable character from LEGO Dimensions, and this is of course Harley Quinn. Now Harley Quinn will actually be part of a team pack for LEGO Dimensions, but I'll talk more about that in the other video. I think it's a really great idea to add this character to the game because of course with her debut, you know, along with the Task Force X next year in a certain movie, you know, it's really going to build her popularity. This character is definitely going to be seen more through the years, and I think that movie is really going to help it. So it's a really cool idea to add this character to the game, and yeah, I have no complaints. I think the thing is that I've noticed though is her hammer's very different. You know, it's usually just a hammer, but this is black and red, so it's nice to see they went, you know, just a little different to what we're used to seeing. Now here is the feature that I was hinting at before with Bane. Yes, Bane will actually be able to transform into his big figure form as well. This is really cool. I love this feature in LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. It was one of my most anticipated features for the game. Actually before it came out, this was one of the ideas that I came up with straight away. You know, when LEGO Marvel introduced big figures, I thought what would be really cool is if we could like transform into, you know, a big figure version of Bane. And the fact that they added it is awesome, and also the fact that they're bringing it back is even cooler, so I'm really glad to see that. Also, bringing up big figures, we haven't seen any of that yet apart from this character, you know, a one that can actually transform into one. So will we see big figures maybe announced at E3 or something? I mean, they're really starting to become a big part of LEGO games in general, so maybe we will, maybe we won't. We will just have to wait and see. Yes, that is of course the Clown Prince of Crime himself, the Joker. The Joker will also be a playable character in LEGO Dimensions. I just love how many DC Comics characters they add into this. I really hope we hear more at E3 because all of the characters they've revealed so far have been great choices in my opinion. Now back onto LEGO Ninjago, here's another character that you'll be able to play as in the game, and it is of course Lloyd, the Golden Ninja, which is really cool. Personally, I would have preferred to see his, you know, his green ninja version because I've been playing, you know, Shadow of Ronin, and he's such a fun character to play as. But I'm not complaining. I mean, I haven't actually seen what the Golden Ninja can do yet, so I'm excited to see that, and I'll definitely be excited to play as him. But, you know, hopefully they can add his green ninja variant eventually because I'd really like to see it. It would just be really cool. And last but not least, here we can of course see a really nice look at the Hill Valley Festival. We can see a bunch of cowboys going about their day, we can see some horses, we also get a look at some gameplay things, like for example, we can see the thing that Wildstyle used from the Lego movie where she could do flips and stuff, you know, just to reach high to reach areas. Then we can also see the thing that Batman uses to shoot his grappler and then you'll pull it down. And also we see the 3 heroes that come with the starter pack, Wildstyle, Gandalf and Batman, who are actually talking to Doc Brown. Now in the trailer we see Doc Brown fly away in the DeLorean, so he probably won't stick around long, but judging by the trailer I'm pretty sure that was from the story. So even if it's just a short cameo, it's still so cool to see him actually cameo in the story mode because that's just awesome. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, with all the Back to the Future content that has been added to this game, what are you most excited about playing with? Personally for me, I think it has to be the level. I mean, just being able to play as Marty McFly and Doc Brown and use the hoverboard and the DeLorean, and of course, you know, the time train now, in like a Back to the Future style Lego mission, that is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to play through it. Alright guys, so I want to thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more news on LEGO Dimensions, LEGO Jurassic World, LEGO Marvel's Avengers, and Disney Infinity 3.0. And as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.